does Shoppable actually provide a D2C like bridge in the ecosystem and really connect to existing retail, or do you have to flex up and build retail muscle power?
I think that we provide a bridge in a couple of different ways, right? Like technology wise, we are the bridge between content, whether that's a brand's website or their advertisements, whatever it might be, and then the end retailer that ultimately fulfills all of their purchases. Like we are legitimately a technological bridge with our multi-retailer checkout solution. But to answer your question, Shri, is that there does have to be somewhat of a presence in those retailers for us to connect it to the content, right? Because that's what we are. We're technology. We understand what's available for purchase within those retailers' e-commerce ecosystems, and we pull that in and it gets to the end consumer, but ultimately the experience is going to happen right there within the CPGs content, again, whatever that might be. So I see Shoppable as like a technology bridge, like I said, between content and retailer. But I also see Shoppable as kind of like a roadmap bridge for these brands, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard it. I hear it all the time. You hear these legacy brands talk about like, okay, we're trying to decide, do we want to go direct to consumer? We're going through the strategy. We're trying to figure out what it's going to cost. Is it worth it? And Shoppable really gives brands the ability to understand if that's a good idea or not, right? There's a lot of decisions that go into it. And if you can have a little bit of an idea of how your consumer wants to shop and how they prefer to shop before you dive headfirst into that insane investment, it allows you to shift your roadmap a little bit, right? Maybe it's like, okay, these brands over here, we've learned that D2C is great. Their price point, the way people buy them, we should dive head first. Whereas these ones over here, maybe they actually aren't going to perform that great, and we shouldn't figure out if it's profitable or
Yep.
not to ship it to South Dakota from our Texas warehouse or whatever it might be. That's kind of what Shoppable allows these brands to do, is dip their toe in that water just a little bit and get some real data to make decisions on before they, dive head first.